guys, Brian here, Brian's Leroy Mains. We're hopping into shop tour number 2. We've got the man of the hour, by the way, Corey Ballard. How's it going, brother?
Awesome, man. Good
Hey,
to be here.
really quickly, so I'm really grateful for your partnership and sponsorship of the shop tour series. You guys have been a standing partner, I believe 3, if not 4 years in a row.
For sure. We did the Perfect Gut tour. We did the Ballard tour, the new facility tour as well.
That's right. So we've got a special guest today, our second shop tour, Leroy Mains, Brilliant Borders. Really excited about that. He's a close personal friend. You got anything nice to say about the guy?
Absolutely. Leroy and I have been friends probably going on 6-7 years now. I've watched him grow his business. I've helped him with his business, I believe. We do the green grind together, and he just built a fantastic, beautiful facility. I know they're super proud of it. It is awesome.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about Ballard products halfway through, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's jump on into the tour. All right, guys, we're hopping on into it. Super excited about this. Still in the greater Des Moines, Iowa area. Check it out. We're hanging out with Leroy Mains and Brilliant Borders. What's up, brother?
Hey guys, how are you?
Dude, it's so good to see you.
You too, man.
In the flesh. It's been a hot minute. Last time I got to catch up with you in person was LAL?
LAL.
It's like, what, a year and a half ago?
Was it that long ago? Yeah,
Dude,
it was, I believe.
Time is flying.
Yeah.
By the way, crowd favorite, stole the show, did a great job. This dude is no filter like myself.
Well, no filter, I wouldn't say so. Stole any show, but,
yeah, but
Jeff Joyner was there.
Jeff Joyner was great too, of course.
Tough to beat.
Gamble
was there.
Sam Gamble,
Yeah.
big lineup.
Yeah, it was a big lineup.
But you did a great job.
No, thanks.
You held your own.
Thanks.
Look at this spot, by the way. He was all hard on himself before we started the video. I'm like, Leroy, it's working.
Yeah, it's working. We're getting there. We're getting there.
All right, so I'm going to give it to you. For the folks that haven't seen you before, you got a great podcast. You and Corey run the Green Grind.
Yep.
You spoke at LAL. So, like, you're out there, but I don't know if you've really been on any of our content. So I'll pan it over to you, and then you can give them a little bit of your background.
Come on in here. I'm going to take a look.
There you go.
Let's see. So when we started this place, this is kind of a thing here. Our green Brilliant Borders has always been kind of a staple with our logo. And so we wanted the awning. The awning originally on the building was supposed to be like a 8 or a 6-inch little awning. It was going to be black and just kind of cheesy. So my wife and I decided let's do something a little bit different with that. So we put the actual green up there and
I love it.
Made it pop. And I don't know if you notice coming down the road, you can see the thing. Someday you won't be able to see that because there'll be buildings over here. But yeah, so
looks good.
Yeah, thanks, man. Come on in.
All right. So this is the main atrium.
This is it right here. So you walk in, normally we have somebody sitting at the front here. Pan a little further over here, we have Cooper the mascot guarding the place, obviously. He's something, but yeah, and then Brian, I always wanted, so when we built this place, I always had a vision of walking into a glass wall, and I don't know why that is, but we're always just kind of contemporary, and I like the contemporary feel. So at some point, when we have a little more, we will put a big neon sign back there with Brilliant Borders. So you walk in, it'll be neon green, you know, kind of at the backlit of the office.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's our kind of our main entrance. And then of course, you know, we have some pictures. This used to hang in my office at our old location. A friend of mine, Justin Rogers, took this picture and we had it printed on metal, hung that in my office, and it fit fantastic here. And then picked up another scene of Des Moines. This is kind of the Grays Lake area and downtown area, just kind of some local flair to the office. So
there you go.
We thought that was kind of cool. So
love it.
Yeah, in here we'll give it a little more local stuff. I'll kind of show you our one of the things here. Some homeless guy dropped all of his stuff off here, but you can see here. So this table, my wife actually made this table. I always wanted a big conference table, and she made this table with black walnut. And this actually came from a senior living community in the Des Moines area, was cut down, ended up at a sawmill down there. We ended up purchasing the piece and she redid it and made it into what it is today. So
love it.
Yeah, kind of a cool piece, and everybody comes in, comments on it, and just kind of a neat little thing for our conference room. So completely overbuilt the conference room. You'll see there's actually room for 12 chairs here. We only have 10 here right now. There's 12 chairs that can be in here. We probably fit 14 in. At some point, the chairs will be filled. Right now, we fill about 6 of them in here, but someday this room will be full of people for meetings. So that's the goal.
I love it.
Yeah. And down here is just some offices. If you look in here, we have the woman who's in charge of everything.
Oh, there you go. The lady of the hour.
My wife, Kirsten, running the show in here. She does she runs everything.
I call myself the queen of everything.
The queen of everything? Yes. I have one back at home myself.
Runs everything with pretty much everything on the financial side, the sales side, the marketing side. And I oversee kind of the operations and the vision side of it, I guess.
And initially,
right?
Initially, if I know the story correctly, it was your business, right?
Yes.
That's right. It was initially her business.
It was her business.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was, and we kind of, I don't know, we teamed up and made it to what it is today.
I love it.
It's taken both of us. We wouldn't be here without both of us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Amen.
yeah. So,
thanks, girl.
the reins of the place.
There you go. There you go.
This is just what we're going to call the bullpen at some point. It's just an extra area for additional salespeople. We built this building, with our goals in mind of where we're going, and so this can turn into a lot of different cubes. We can section it off for different offices, whatever we decide to do with it somewhere in the future. So just a different office here. Just my office back here. I don't put a lot of time into decorating my office, as you can see. Not a priority at this point. Priority was to get the building up and get it operational for our guys to come back to work in the spring. So we just moved in before Christmas, and that with winter and everything that happens around here, it takes a lot. So.
Yeah. And on time. How about on budget?
No, not on time, not
Kirsten's
on budget.
laughing. Did you hear from the other room?
It was what she.
Yeah, she started laughing.
It was on time. From your bet,
which I think I owe you.
You do owe. Look at that. He didn't. He remembered.
I owe you $100.
I'm a man of my word. He is a man of his word.
I talk so much trash. Hold on. Let me flip this thing around. Him and Ballard and I. This is totally impromptu. This has never been in a video. But I do owe him $100 because I was talking mad trash in a group text. I said because I was building my home, and I said, "There's no way you're building this thing on time and on budget." He goes, "On time, yes. Budget, I don't know about that one." But so I'm a man of my word. I'm honorable. This tour. Thanks for the sponsors. I need money to go. Put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, he bets it. He bets his sponsor money, so that's cool, guys. Just make sure you.
I have no money now. Now I got Uber home. So anyway, but there you go.
Yeah. So no, not on budget. I wish it was on budget.
There you go. There you go.
So
well, let me ask you this. For the folks that don't know your business, give me like the 2-minute background on Brilliant Borders, because as we just alluded to, Kirsten started I believe the company way back.
Yep.
Some folks have heard your story on the Green Grind, but anybody who doesn't know, you didn't just walk into this building year one. This is how long have you guys been around?
So we've been in business since 2004. Brilliant Borders, we primarily started with decorative concrete edging. That was the primary how we started our business. And eventually along the way, believe it or not, Brian, weird story. So the person that we put the patio in for, that I YouTubed the patio for, called last week and needs more work done. So I'm going to get a chance to see that patio at some point.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, so we just slowly grew it into those things. We were both working other careers, did it nights, weekends, part-time, to supplement our family and supplement our income. And we both just got behind it, got behind the vision, and grew it into what it is today. And it's been so much work doing it, but we both love coming in here, and we love what we built, and more importantly, we love the team that is around us at this point.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
And originally, not to interrupt, but it was the concrete edge restraint, right?
Yep. The decorative concrete edging, and I think the trailer may be sitting out in the warehouse, so we may get to see a look at the old trailer. So
I love
sitting out there, but that's what we started with, and today we do full site maintenance. We still do our decorative concrete edging. We have a crew that goes out and does that every single day, and then have a retaining wall patio crew as well too. We have an irrigation, fertilization, weed control crew as well too. So we roll 7 crews out of this building every single day at this point.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's great to see the growth.
It's been exciting for us. So yeah, and as we walk through here, just a few more offices as we can look around. This is just an additional office at some point that we'll have for storage. This is the OG Green Grind table. If you take a look at that thing, it might notice that. So
I recognize the green stripe.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it didn't fit in my office where we're at. So just another office in here, and just a little print area through there. Nothing.
Well, the printers are building the dream. Is that for landscape design? What are those called? Like the long printers?
Yes, this is a wide format printer.
Wide format. There you go.
So this will print wide format, 18 by 36 print for us. Big digital prints that we can throw out. All full color, fantastic. So really nice setup. We had at our old building, we had an old thing, and you have to kind of kick it, and the cord would have to be quite pushed up to the right to make it work right. And so these are brand new when we came into the new building, and my wife got these things set up, and it's amazing having a nice printer. Like what?
Tell me about it, brother.
You don't know it until you have a shitty one and then you get a good one, and it's like, wow, look at this.
I literally had to get another set of stamp plans for our barn for our final. And my Morton rep was asking me if I could just print them off. And I'm like, I don't have a wide, whatever you call it, printer yet. He goes, you're a landscape company. I go, I'm working on it, brother. Like, that's $2,000-$3,000, and the bigger printers, even more than that, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I think we lease all those things, but it just, makes a little more sense.
That's building the dream right there.
Brent, he's in charge charge of our commercial accounts in here. He's in charge of getting more commercial accounts, keeping the ones we have. We've realized that, you know, we really have to foster the relationships once we get the accounts. Everybody works so hard to get them, and it's like then everybody just goes and takes off, and you know, we really work to foster those accounts. So that's kind of what Brent does in our areas here.
One thing I got to stop you. This right here is a dream builder for a lot of folks. I know it sounds weird, but I built one of these in my house. We have the water builder bottle filler up top, but that's huge. Like ice machines, water machines for the guys.
Yeah, it's nice, and you know, the guys come right straight through the door here and fill the thing. We've got an ice maker out in the thing here. When this area is built for an ice maker as well too. At some point,
gotcha.
You know, we'll add an additional ice maker through here as well too. So
love it.
Yeah, just a employee or a restroom right in this area. Nothing. I don't know. It's a restroom.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I love the posters, by the way.
So thanks. Those used to hang in my office. All those, and then the ones behind you over here as well too. Sales manager Jason in here. He's out selling something, hopefully. Jason kills it. We pulled Jason out of a skid loader years and years and years ago. Worked for a grading company, and he went to high school with my brother. Always liked him, personal guy, and I was like, I know he'll be successful in sales. And he's been with us now for 7 years, I believe, 8 years,
awesome.
Something like that. And man, he's hit a stride, and he just crushes it every single day out there. People love him.
Love it. Yeah,
just an IT closet in there, nothing that you probably have never seen before, security system. And then just a little kitchenette here for our team, refrigerator, and just some storage. We do have team meetings once a quarter out here. We meet every month out here for birthdays and things as well too. So we have a place to put our donuts. You know, I stole Sam Gimbel's idea, and we get Chick-fil-A constantly now in the morning for breakfast.
Love it.
That's kind of a cool idea. So,
love it.
Yeah, out here is where it all happens at though. So
right.
This is where it really comes to life.
Wow,
so,
look at that. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you're enjoying the shop tour here with Leroy. The dude is awesome, doing a great job. Really quick, we're back to Ballard products. So, Corey, we've got a lot of great stuff going on.
Absolutely.
It's the spring rush right here for us. So, one of the hot sellers is lawnmower blades. You got a table full of product. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so we have 350, 400 products, but the hot topic always is blades. And you guys always want to go out there, get the best cut, the best stripes, what works on my machine. Our website makes it super easy as well. But again, we have 6 different varieties, Brian. I don't think we have time to go through all of them. These are some orders that are getting ready to go out, but we've got our gold blade that has the carbide titanium on it. So we've got high lift, we've got mulching blades, we've got our new machete, which is really a good kind of a rough cut, low lift sand blade as well. Just a lot of varieties. We've got blades now for 1,100 machines, mostly commercial. So, you know, we can try to take care of all the commercial guys. There's some mid-level guys that are frustrated we don't have blades for all of them, but we're just trying to take care of those guys that are out there trying to make a living cutting grass. So hope you guys are enjoying Leroy's shop as well. He runs the Ballard blades and loving them.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hey, thank you again, seriously, sincerely, for sponsoring the shop tour. I think, like we said earlier, 4+ tours, which is great. If you guys enjoy these shop tours and really are catching the vision about what you can build, obviously Corey's built a top 100 landscape company back in the day with Perfect Cut as well, before he exited that company just a few years back. So first off, thank you to Corey. If you guys want to support what they're doing, check it all out. We'll leave links in the description. The Brian's 10 code will save you guys 10%. Also, we did a bunch of great videos in the past, so we'll make sure to leave a playlist for all the other videos that we did on all the great products from
let's
Ballard.
leave Leroy some good comments below as well. What do you think of his facility, and check out his business.
There you go. All right, guys, let's jump back into it. Thanks again.
This is our main warehouse area. We have 7,000 square feet in this area, 4 overhead doors, and we kind of designed this so our teams can come through one door and out the other door.
That's great.
It's really kind of cool. We still consider this back part of it, as you turn around here, Brian, our office area. Through this door, we have this is Ben and Armando. The great Armando sits in this place.
Shout out to Armando.
Yeah. Ben oversees our maintenance department, and then Armando oversees all of our production side of things. So Armando been with us for 10 years. Great dude, great story actually as well too. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
If you look here, this is what our wide format printer does, Brian.
Yep.
So that's our the Brilliant Borders World headquarters here, and this is the overall landscaping plan that we've got put
that's for
together.
You guys.
So that's us.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's us. So yeah, work in progress out there if you look outside. But so.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. I saw you got the magnetic little keys, to keep just parts of the office partitioned. I remember that from Marino's landscape.
Yep.
That's huge because then it keeps, office staff from going maybe in the back or the back, field staff going into the front office.
Yeah.
Has that been a blessing for you guys?
So we actually stole this from Perfect Cut. Corey and Matt Bowman were telling me about this when they redid their building out there on 14th Street. and he was telling us, you know, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, and I'm like, I've always filed that in the back of my head. I'm like, that's a great idea.
Yep.
It was way expensive. It was way more money than we should have probably spent. It was one of the best decisions we made in this building.
There you go.
It's so cool to have that. I mean, every single door is controlled. Everybody we no longer have keys to the building. Everything's done with the telephone. I mean, it's so slick. So
I love it.
Absolutely love it. So yeah.
One quick thing, have you guys, I know we got a lot more to see, but have you guys struggled with not having this as like usable wall space? Because that's kind of the sacrifice, right? By having pass-through doors. Have you guys, did you have that debate when you're building the designing?
We did a little bit, and we've noticed that a little bit. You know, there's just no place to put pallet racking. And so as you notice out here, we've kind of stuffed some down the middle, and this will come out just a little bit further, and we can build another rack, you know, going along the back as well too. So that will eventually, so that was a concern.
I love the idea.
Yeah, but however, we did, and our curbing trailer, our edging trailer is gone. It normally parks right here, and the main reason we designed the building this way was for them, and we'll walk outside here and you can see, but they can pull into our parking lot. They pull into this door every single day, park their truck here. In the morning, they pull straight out. They never have to unhook their trailer.
That's awesome.
They load their sand out here. They get fuel out here, and off they go for the day. So just a convenience factor is why we did it. We tried to build the building with how much convenience, you know, can we get into everybody's day here, and how much more productive can we be throughout the day, you know.
Love it.
If we're inefficient, we're not productive, it's we're losing. So that's just the way it is. So yeah, just a couple restrooms over here. I will show you, we have like the best landscaping restrooms on the entire planet. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be shocked when you walk into these places.
Whoa. Holy cow.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
It's like you're walking into Las Vegas and at the Brilliant Borders World headquarters with all the...
Is this real marble? You know,
it's not real marble. It's just 2x4 tile that she put on there.
Is that right?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, but yeah.
My house doesn't even look that nice.
Yeah, right? I know, it's nicer than my home. Over here, Brian, we do our morning huddles every single day. We have a TV that will monitor this. So this TV up here displays Element every single morning. It has all the crews up there where they're going, you know, color coded with what they're doing. This TV actually displays, we have a new program this year that helps our Spanish speaking guys called Wordly. What I do is I strap on the microphone here every single morning, and there's a computer that sits here and it translates instantly for them via their cell phone. So they hold their cell phone, it instantly translates from English into Spanish, and if they have their headphones in, it automatically translates that into Spanish into their ears.
Wow.
So,
no kid.
Unreal.
Ooh, one more time, just to slow it down. Is you said Wordly?
Wordly.
Wordly, okay. Have to check that out. Those little nuances.
Don't air this video until I talk to Wordly, because we're going to have some conversations, because I've already put a couple other guys onto this thing
Promo code Brilliant Borders or Leroy.
Yeah,
Leroy 10. Leroy 10. Leroy 10.
So yeah, it's fantastic. But this is where we do our morning huddles in the morning. We set up tables over here if we're doing anything longer with our meetings.
Gotcha.
We do have you'll see. So we have our training calendar already done for the entire year with what we're doing training for our team. Every other Wednesday, today was no different. We did workshop Wednesday. We did some landscape bed maintenance today. Showed our team, you know, what we expect for landscape bed maintenance, walked through the SOP on what we're doing with those. And then opposite weeks on those, every other Thursday, we do tailgate talks at our morning huddles as well too.
Wow.
Just safety talks, you know, what can we do for safety? What are we doing in a tornado? What do we do if we get in a crash? What happens if somebody gets hurt? I mean, just a lot of different things. So many things can happen out there. So,
if you don't mind me asking, where do you guys get your content calendar for your safety or your team meeting training topics? Do you guys have like a rolling 12 at this point because you've been doing this for a while?
We actually will have a rolling 12 now, because that was something that was developed this winter. We had some stuff that was there. It just wasn't actually sat and put together, you know, in something really, really formatted. NALP, a lot of that information came from. Some of it came from the SIMA, the Snow and Ice Management Association. And then some of it we just, you know, thought, hey, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about evacuating our building.
Yeah.
You know, we have at this place we don't want our team going across Hickman Road with trailers, so we talk about how to leave our parking lot and which routes to take. You know, just certain safety things that help them. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Stuff you never would think about when you have 1 or 2 crews, but you got 7 to 10
no,
crews.
you don't. Yeah,
out.
as you get a little bit bigger, you start to think about these things, and they all kind of add up. So. Team member locker room here, still a little bit of work in progress, but we're getting closer with this. Ice machine over here, and all of our team will have lockers assigned to them. They can lock their stuff up at the end of the day. You'll notice over here, Brian, we do have uniforms. So all of our team, we don't have a shirt here to show you, but we have a uniform service for our team. Pants, shirts, everything comes in laundered. Every Tuesday they bring us new uniforms and the team puts their old stuff in here. They take them out, launder them, and bring them clean stuff every single time. So
that's awesome.
Absolutely, it's a game changer for us. Our guys aren't destroying their clothes. You know, we're out there doing hardscaping, building walls, they're cutting their clothes, they're tearing their stuff. Here they just come back, they put a tag it, throw it in the thing. They'll come back, it'll fix, and off they go. They also pour out a shop rags. So
love it.
This room just got set up, so it's a little bare as well too here. So
the lockers are a big dream builder. So
yeah, I love having the lockers. It's kind of like, oh, look at this. You know, there's people here. So through this area, we just have some more setup things. You'll notice the lights will go on here as we walk throughout the building. Sensor. Yeah, so that was a city requirement. So,
oh, really?
So you'll find as you build buildings, the city requires certain things have to be done. In the city of Waukee, motion sensor and energy is one of those things. And so every light's motion censored. So it's really kind of strange. To get everything going in here, you have to walk through the entire building to get it all lit up. So over here, like I said, our concrete crew parks here. So they're set up right here. Everything they need for the day on our concrete, our edging crew is set up here. So they have all the release powders. Anything they need to do their job is set up in this area. Concrete's right here in the pallet. It just makes so much more sense. It's just the efficiencies that we're able to gain with it.
I love it.
So this is still a little bit of a work in progress. This is going to be, we're kind of setting up site 1, 2 in this area, if that makes sense. Really what we're trying to do, Brian, is anything our team uses on a daily basis, having it here so they can just load it into their trucks as we go throughout the week, the month, whatever they happen to need. There's no sense in having 2 guys in a truck going to site 1 to pick up glue to put some retaining wall cap on. You know, that makes 0 sense to us. I'd much rather have two pallets of it sitting here, or I'm sorry, 2 boxes of it sitting here doing, you know, waiting on the shelves for them. So.
The Golden Hammer, Mark Bradley.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when you go back for a tool or you go buy something at Home Depot, it's
dude, it's just
you lose production
it's a killer.
And the material costs.
Yeah, so and that's kind of the same thing back through here. You know, I'd much rather have, hey, we broke a rake today. Good, grab one off the back of the rack and let's go. You know, we broke a shovel, whatever the case is.
We had a hard rake the other day that we left at the barn and went to go buy another one. I'm like, buy 5. Yeah. Because I don't want to ever be without.
Yeah. So what does that one broken rake cost you?
It's $150 a labor hour, right? Or production with a 2-man team.
Yeah.
You know, hello.
And people don't think about the $150 labor hour. They just think, well, it cost me $15 to go get the rake and $20 for the guy to get there. Well, it costs you that, but it also costs you the $150 that you should have been making while you're out there getting that damn rake.
And one quick thing, a lot of you guys might notice, but we just did a shop tour with Sam Rankin. He's got the Tweels, the track this. You've got the Tweels, the track this. Flat tires. Just like
flat tire.
Little something.
Dude.
Yeah. You got one out? Oh no.
On the Ventrac, it's flat.
You got a $45,000 machine sitting around because of a flat tire.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
So these little inefficiencies, they add up, especially when you have a big shop to pay for.
Yeah, and that's really what we've realized is just over time, man, inefficiencies cost money, and they cost a lot of money, and people don't really realize how much money they cost because they don't put that production side to it. Okay, well, it only costs us this much, but no, it costs you this much because you wasted 2 hours screwing around doing that you should have been actually making production. So,
right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Over here, just more of the same stuff, you know, landscape fabrics, smaller hand tools, you know, just little things that we store along the fences here. So
there you go.
Let me open up some doors here so we can get some light in here. I probably should have done that prior.
And I'll show you guys, you got the brown bed edgers. This is something that we were looking at. I ended up going with a Turf Tech, but there you go. Side cutters. Looking good, brother, looking good.
So that turf coat that you were I just was looking at that on your page.
Yeah.
That thing, that little bed edger thing, just a little tiny edge.
It can trench down to like 4 inches.
But it's a narrow.
It squares it off.
Yeah.
It squares it off.
Yeah, so
and
that
it
thing
pulverizes the debris.
So we do several senior living communities, and that's kind of one of our things that we really try to hone in on is having those edges and the nice, crisp, clean edges of the things.
Yep.
And so the bed edgers are fantastic for that, but I saw that machine, I'm like, I gotta take a look at that.
It's actually pretty dope. It was between the Turf Tech and the brown. It was a couple grand more, but the hydrostatic gear drive, you know what I mean? The hydrostatic drive with the Turf Tech is where it was at. So that way we weren't, pulling a sled around the whole time with the brown, if you will.
Gotcha, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, look at this, all fancy schmancy with the
There
phone.
we go, we got all the doors opened up
look
finally.
At you, look at you.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, our security system. So we have security throughout the entire building, all controlled on an app. We can control any door from anywhere. It's a security system. We can arm the system, disarm the system, whatever the case is. So we're all still getting used to a security system. I think we've set out the alarm half a dozen times in the
City
past
come?
6 weeks.
Has the city come yet?
The police have been here once. We've had no fire department here yet. So
They'll charge you for that.
yeah, the fire department does. I know that from my old hotel days. Yeah,
yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, so Ventrac with a flat tire, we blew that out this weekend, mowing detention ponds. So we are going to get them filled. I guess you can get them filled with some sort of liquid, and that'll solve that problem. So
green slime.
Back over in this area, yeah, something like that. Back over in this area is kind of our mowing setup, where the mowing guys come in, change their blades, service their machines, just all in this area. We're still on the old angle grinder, bench grinders. That's going to change here real soon. I know a guy that is going to get us a grinder, I think.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Yeah, and just some fertilizer storage in here. So. The best thing of the whole place to me is out here, the yard area. I just love this.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I just think it's cool.
Heck yeah,
it's just kind of exciting. So we built this in mind, again, with efficiencies, is, you know, what's going to be the most efficient for our team. First time we've had on-site fuel, which we absolutely love. I mean, it's like the coolest thing ever, Brian. I don't know why. I would be so excited about on-site fuel, but I am. So
everybody is.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. It's just like, it's a cool thing. And then we even mix our own in the middle. We just bought a little tank off of Amazon, mix it 35 gallons at a time. The guys just crank it right into their thing and off they go. So we don't have to worry about somebody blowing something up because they didn't mix the fuel right.
Love it.
Just a nice little efficiency. More parking, and then we have all of our storage bunkers over here, which we were able to get past the city as well too. One of the reasons we really wanted this entire property was because of being able to do this.
Zoning.
Yeah, we have King's material literally on the other side of this building over here that is so efficient for us as well too, but we can just, the profit margins just increase so much by bringing in our own material. Also, when we stop at a supplier first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock, we're 5-6 guys deep, we're just waiting, and so there's 2 more guys just sitting there waiting. Once again, those efficiencies just not getting there. So yeah, so we'll stock 2-inch river rock, we'll stock the sand that we use for our concrete. We truck in trap rock from, I think that comes from Michigan or Wisconsin, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Then we just have a dump pile, and then over there where the tarp is, we have our salt. So
okay, gotcha.
Now that you mentioned that with salt, I probably got to look at that, because right behind that's our detention pond. So probably need to take a look at that.
There you go.
Yeah. As we walk over here, we just have more of a storage area through here that I'll show you.
I mean, you guys have made a ton of progress for only being here for 12 months. Not even. No, I mean, you guys were here in the spring. So,
no, we moved in the week before Christmas.
Oh, okay, so 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months,
Well, you guys made a ton of progress on the site.
Yeah, so the good or bad thing, I don't know how you look at it. I kind of look at it as a bad thing because it was a business deal, but we didn't have any snow in Iowa this year.
Oh.
So that gave our guys a lot of time to get stuff set up and get things moving. And so it was a blessing that way where, it's not a disaster in the spring, but at the same time, it's like, we sure missed out on a lot of revenue.
Right,
so yeah,
right.
Through here, Brian, we just have, this is just kind of some cold storage that we use.
Oh, wow, holy cow.
So as you can see now, this is all of our winter stuff is stored throughout here for the most part. We just put this in, I think 2 weeks ago. Guys went out on a rain day, unhooked all of our blades. We power wash everything before we put it away for the winter time or for the summertime. Moved everything in here. When we get into fall, we'll take all of this stuff out of here. We'll wash up all of our lawnmowers, do everything that we need to do, and that stuff will all come in here as well too.
That's awesome. Well, big shout out to Western. You guys are hooked up and ready to go there.
We're hooked up with Western. Yeah, we started with Western, and I don't know why we started with Western, but it made sense to me along the way to, if we have Western, let's just go with Western. Sure. We have to stock one thing, we have all the same things. One truck goes down, boom, hook it up to this one, and off we go. It was kind of a no-brainer. I see guys with Boss, guys with this, guys with that, and that's fine if that's what they do, but it just made more sense for us to
stick with one.
To grow, to continue to do that. So
love it.
And then we have our little Ventrac plow here, which is, I don't know if you operate one of those, Brian, but those things are a monster.
I haven't.
It is like
full hydraulic.
Oh, it's just like 48-inch sidewalks. So that's the cool thing about that. We do a lot of stuff with 48-inch sidewalks still, and you can't get anything that's 48 inches that has any power to it. And that's the solution.
I need a Snow Raider or I got that new Bobcat L28, like a tractor kind of.
Yeah, you got that. Sorry, the articulating deal.
I'm gonna get a broom for it.
Are you?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
And then that way we got a cab machine,
and
we do our HOAs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we went with that Ventrac, because I don't know if you saw on the other side over there, the cab goes on the Ventrac, and it keeps guys warm and does it. So yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And just through here, more storage things as we store. You know, we use a lot of straw mats, so we just decided that's one thing that we need to have in stock here. Our concrete that we use all the time, we use grass seed constantly, so we just stock 50-pound bags of that stuff, and then it looks like still got some pre-emergent going out the door here. So,
there you go.
Yeah, yeah. On the other side over here, this is the other side of the building. Not much out here, we just have a little bit of trailer storage. And again, this was kind of designed for guys to just bring their trucks up, drive right through the building and into the yard if they need to. So,
man,
saves backing up. Our old shop, we had to back up constantly, and I can't tell you how many times we backed into the building, you know, dented this, screwed that up. And it's just so much more efficient just driving straight through the building. So,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, the whole site, you said, is about 4 acres?
Just under 3 acres.
Under 3 acres.
So, yeah, we're 2.8 acres out here. So, you'll see here's a small little detention pond, and we can walk over and see the other one if you really want to. It's just a detention pond. One cool thing that we were allowed to do is this is just a big surcharge pile back here that we had from the site. This is all just old farm field, so it's great black dirt. The city has allowed us to keep that. We just have to establish vegetation on that, so we'll use that to you know, to grade other people's lawns and things like that, rather than having to go out and buy black dirt.
There you go.
It's kind of a cool landscaper thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and then one of the things too was the amount of site work though that we were talking about before we record was,
yeah,
when you start looking at building a building, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, yeah. So people don't think about those types of, and to be quite honest, Brian, I didn't either. You know, I mean, the concrete that we're standing on here is because the fire department has to drive their trucks and be able to turn around on concrete. I mean, that's why it's so wide, and that's part of the reason the building is designed this way, because then that's where the building is sitting. Out in this area, you know, this detention area, I didn't want this here, but the DNR requires it, and the city requires it, and the state requires it, and so that's just one thing we have to do. And you'll see the straw mat out here, you know, getting the vegetation established. We can't get a permanent certificate, occupancy certificate, until the vegetation's established, because runoff is such a big deal. And you know, it makes sense. It's what's best for the community. It's what's best for everybody. So it's just things that you don't think about when you build a building that are additional costs and take additional time to continue to move forward with. So
gotta love it.
Yeah, right.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, we'll walk back up here, and I don't know if there's much else up here to show you.
Leroy, any mistakes along the way? Any, you know, wish we would have had this if we had some extra funds? Like
no, it all went perfect, Brian.
Hey, just like my house, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things we would have done different. You know, I will say, I learned a ton in this process, and that to me is pretty valuable, I think. You know, hindsight being 2020, I would have moved the building a little further this way just to give us more storage out here. I would have paved everything, because I absolutely, as much as I hated paying for the concrete, I love the concrete because I hate dirt being tracked into the building.
Yep.
So I would have changed those two things for sure. You know, other than that, not a lot. We've got a gorgeous building here. It's going to suit our team for the next, as I think I told you earlier, 7 years, and we'll be on to the next one. It's my hope. So,
I'm proud of you, brother. This is amazing. I would kill for anything like this right now, and we're coming. We're going to get ours one day too.
Good for you.
You're building the dream right here, brother.
You know, the funny thing is you say that, and I'm like, 5 years ago, I would have killed to be in this thing. And some days I'm like, well, you know, it's fine, but what's next, you know? And I guess that's maybe the mind of an entrepreneur. You know, what's next? What's next? What's next? And I was talking to Corey about that a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, now that the building's done, I'm kind of sitting there, I'm like, what am I supposed to do every day? So yeah, I guess I'll continue to build our business.
Run 20 million out of it.
Yeah, right? That's the goal. So we'll see. So yeah, so that's through here. We can walk over and see the other super expensive detention area if you want to.
I'm following you.
This is all just going to get regraded here soon. We got our sprinkler riser room in this area.
Yep.
You know, that the city requires. That was a nice little additional room that I really wasn't expecting too much. But so right here, we're back to the front. And then as we walk through here,
I love the green steel again. It just sticks out.
Yeah,
and eventually,
it really
if you get, you know, the pylons, you know, you can always paint those lime green and keep it on brand.
Yeah, there's a few things we're going to do. Yeah, we're still having some issues with the front door, so we're going to get a couple things up here fixed. And, you know, up on the side up here, we've got some space that we can put some signage, just a little pop of green or some black or something, or just some numbers, you know, to make it a little more artistic. And then we have a lot of landscaping to go in through here yet. But as you may know, being a lawn guy, Brian, your lawn may be the last one to get mowed
right.
on the week, and that's kind of the case with our landscaping around here as well too. So,
after that winter for you guys, we need production.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like
we'll do ours next fall.
We're working. Yeah, we'll figure it out on a rain day or something.
That's right.
So this is our big detention pond over here. So all the water runoff eventually ends up in this thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and this was kind of something that we really weren't expecting. We had thought we were part of a community detention on the other side of this building, and turns out that just wasn't the case. Something changed, and so now we got this, and then just through here, and we're back into open the gate and let you back in. And
you got the motorized fence?
No,
Not yet.
that was a cost that. When you asked something I should have added, that would have been the one.
Well, I mean, it's not cheap.
I should have spent
10 grand.
15 grand.
15 grand.
15 grand.
You wouldn't even think.
Yeah, so come on in, and we're back home.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Leroy, this is awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I remember the almonds, they just got theirs, and the whole family had like a celebration day.
Yeah.
Because it was literally a 10, 15 grand expense.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I'd really like to have it, and I didn't think we would use it as much as we do. But, just being here, just Kirsten here throughout the day, if I go out and see somebody, she's just here, if she's on the phone or something, somebody comes in, so our team has to close it, and so that'll be a capital expense that gets added next year.
You got
100%.
it.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, I'm following you. We'll land the plane right here, I guess. This is, holy cow, this is way bigger and way better and way cooler than I thought. I didn't even know what I was walking into, but I haven't seen anything on it yet. And dude, you got a awesome setup.
Yeah, I'm not much of a social media guy. I turned 50 this last year, Brian, and I'm just like, it's just not my thing.
Leroy, you don't look a day over 48, bro.
Thanks, I appreciate that. 49 and a half, right?
That's right.
I'm just not, I can sit down and do something and put a video, and I'll have an hour and a half into it. By the time I get it posted, Brian, it's not a good use of my time.
That's right.
Not what I do well. So
there you go.
So guys like you can come in and take the videos and show it for me if you would. That would be fantastic.
We're trying, brother. Any final thoughts you want to land the plane? But one more thing I would like to ask, where can people find you? I know you do a lot out there. You say you don't do too much with social, but you got a lot of great stuff going on. So if people do want to go down the rabbit hole and find you, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find us brilliantborders.com. Leroy at Brilliant Borders is my email address. Then you can also look at the Green Grind. You can find us there as well too. So brilliantborders.com is the easiest thing to do. Google my name, you'll also find me as well too. So
there you go.
Just don't look too hard if you Google my name, please.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, brother. Well, hey, we'll button it up right here. I appreciate it, and we'll catch up with all of you guys here on the next video.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you being here, man.